This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Yema munyina akwaba na unim Abronye DC. Abronye DC asana meken. Ya bono ono ye regional chairman edema NPP. Aha, wenhono Abronye na nemha kodi adwami. Na Kevitela elikini picture bia water one corner ashani shoe bi ne kebi. Se no ko interview so no ko denyo. Ama wase wenum nyina se omukasa Ghana 40 yento abama MPP. Kevin asemo kana no. Na unim se galamsey nda so akoso. In fact, se wodu wasansa asenusu nyina wasa dawura mpon wasa hwan ehunum nyina galamsey atesti sema chese ya sense asene kwaye da hunyina eno se cheddar so akoka sembisa an ena China 4 indura be wo yenkoko ne sei eno mo yomudie yi we so mo ye den na itie wo se ye dan da ne nyoma bi ne enso ye fake nyoma bi ne tomo no fraud boy agawo ya jezen kwa zazamza Kevin so de wo kasa wo ba mi agende NPP agene diom isi aka like 70 days be pe ne yakwa abato so na ose yentoma number 8 awo so why wadwene sa so betoma number 8 dia ene yente Kevin
Mama you see, I keep telling you, there are some people in Ghana, when they talk, don't listen. This is the NPP Brong Ahafo Regional Chairman, Abronye. So now you look at this. Now, Makachom say, where we are today, you're less than 75 days to elections. When you hear such a cow talk, don't respond. Don't pay attention. This guy, Osiso Oripi Aponchi. Or the Bema or the Kotikwashaba Aponchaya Ase. So on that way. So people like these, when there's a party in power, and these are the kinds of people they are making them lead them, you need to understand the way the party was shaped. You need to understand the ideology behind that political party. These are the people where MPP and you Ghanaian watching me. Let's get serious. From now, we need to separate foolish people from Ghanaians, Bono region. This guy is NPP's regional chairman, Bono. And this guy sits on TV, not Ochim. And I just want to tell Ghanaians, young people, don't pay attention to these cows. We mommy nipemu nenchie nasio. Nipa otumde ne bema eshe aponchia senene da. We onye nipa. At this point where we are, we need to waste our time on these cow feet. They are despicable, dirty people. They don't carry anything in their head. So if a political party today are making people like these their regional chairman, you need to understand where we are. And they are cow feet. Very stinking, dirty people. They don't add anything to this country. They don't. They don't have the intelligence to sit and analyze and say, no, me wa party mbibin koye. We mo omune mponchi na da. Mponchi en omune omoda. They are not okay. Morally, they are not stable. So, Mr. Ramo, these are the kinds they are parading as their leaders. These are cow-fertilization individuals. Nenchie nase, nenchie nine. Na way nehe ene bet to me agene. Nipa fon tantan say. Nipa fon tantan say. Politics intra. Politics inti. Ena nipa fon tantan say to me tina TV so say or kan Ghana and some. Nipa fon tantan say. Na otuwo or say politics inti. Very dirty people. We already just so clean with 30 and fat. These are dirty. Let's not pay attention. Yeah, These people, this party, they want to distract you. Don't pay attention to them. Omo Jimmy. Wemo omo Jimmy. They be a mechanic man for say. Wemo omo Jimmy oh. Now let me show you something. And the stories of Opa No, I can zoom in if you really want to see. Yeah, wait. Then we waste our time. Adaya banchi way. Adaya banchi way. Wait. Banchi way. And a whole political party. Banchi way. Nenjie nasi nipa fin tantan say. We are talking about saving this nation. This disease of human beings, disease of cow feet. Nenjie nasi. That we need to get serious. We need to get serious. These are things we are not supposed to pay attention to. Wait, onia ponchia dawo ni krom or the bema kwasha ponchia se. Morally, onim nyansa also nkotena TV sukra Ghana sem. This guy raped a goat. Or yeah, a whole party regional chairman. At the Papa Ben on Ghana. What's your way? Jack, women can Ghana and send me here. And yeah, sorry, you see, to do demonstration in Ghana, no, I bet done a year as some case, I bet a case for Ghana, and I could forward the number say, or yeah, human rights lawyer. And yeah, sorry, you see, a year Imrantia, Omukoya demonstration, a year democracy hub before no, a year Yachi Emubeye 30, under the leadership of Ekufuado. Imrantia way a demonstration, Omam Chisakai. Imrantia way in Mabawa a demonstration, Omam Bo Biasum. Yante se omaji police ni bi ahwe police ni bi asum. Yante se mbrante we ahwe tuo e de abo police ni bi. Yante se mbrante ne mabawa we akoso mayhem serious bi a obi nwaka. Omo ye demonstration for 3 days obi empra. For 3 days. They demonstrated for 3 days. Young Ghanaians said the aircost nye. In fact, the president no corruption any nipakum any sikedie no they are Ghanaians, they don't agree to it. So they are expressing that through demonstration. Nana Addo Dankwa Ekufuado under JJ Rawlings, who used to be a military leader under Rawlings, Nana Ekufuado edena no se banchi eye demonstration for Ghana obi amfa tai amboni nimu. Yetna kro mamaka che Ekufuado is a human rights lawyer only certificate under Ekufuado and the MPP. Young Ghanaians, youth go out and demonstrate peacefully. You say you remandi omo for 2 weeks. Omo kode fiase. You see Judge Biatina Konyum say adena oma koye demonstration a sebio omo ne police for exchange. Yambotuo yenkuo bi yampai obi ani. Police did not report ese omunya casualty bako ana obi to bobaba police ni bi ani ana police ni bi ahwene epaye. No, the public the facility was destroyed. They were just scuffles. Police fire no fire, police fire no fire, monfire me monfire. Just that alone under Ekufuado. Yesin Otumfuo we Ghana for no emumma ne mbema no, they should all go to jail for 2 weeks. Judge no take case. See, sometimes I ask myself, I am a judge for we be no. What is their problem? I am on kind of 1982. My colleagues said judges say you kuomo you bomu trimutuo because of some of these things. What have these people done? What have they done? Just for demonstrating? Just for expressing anger through a democratic process? They didn't hurt anybody. So what will make a judge sit and say go to jail for 2 weeks? For what? Say obiji police motocraft police in Insema. Adapting, no, it does not warrant going to jail for 2 weeks. Remand. You just put people, and you people feel so happy to do these things. This is not right. Say judge we ne baka wan konye de oyeye no. Say judge we ni nua baka wan konye kobeka so munko fie. This is simple misunderstanding that happened between the police and protesters. This is a third world country. The ban a third world country, a protester, police in one can. But under these guys, police ni bien pra. Yan say national asset bia. It was misunderstanding. Police faha, normal faha, now we nobody got hurt. So why the remand? Why? So teacher form you just want people to lose their jobs. Some of you these judges, when I say democracy, no. Some of you these judges, more and I more say Ghana democracy, no. Because what are you going to get from this? Did the police even report to say one protester ekute giant edible police team? What really happened that these people deserve to be in jail? And a judge sits there and say, oh, they were locked up for 24 hours, 48 hours. Go and put them back in 2 weeks. I tell you, judge, or a political or a appointee. Say a crony team, no. Say Emraya Juma. Yachi Obiako police station 48 hours. Which Emrana was as so say nobody should spend 24 hours in jail. And yes, I didn't with him as a judge, upon all the laws now, police they break, you are telling them to go put them back in cells for 2 weeks. What do you get? And then I said, we don't have sense again. We have allowed politics to destroy everything. And you see, the most hurtful part of this whole thing, there are young people sitting on the fence and on social media saying these people are foolish. Oh, when Jimmy, I swear to God. America now, some people had to fucking stress themselves to get America to where it is. Some America now move free Ghana. No matter Ghanaian communities to America, no. Some people went through racism, big time racism. Some people had to fight the system. Some people had to put their blood on the line. Some people had to demonstrate every day. Some people lost their family. Some people lost everything to get to America. So sometimes some of the young people and they have an issue with a young man or a young woman demonstrating against galamsey, and that young man, because of politics, now on social media say, where would you Jimmy, where would you ever show? And you watch those people, they need to be shot in the head. And also say young people, no, they have no use to this country. We are facing a crisis. We are facing a government that does not care. We are being led by a fool who calls himself an old president. A fool. We are being led by Okwasia, calling himself a president. We are being led by a stupid government. They don't fucking care about Insuya Obenom. As we speak tonight, people are doing serious galamsey omoye aban munipa. You sit here and you tell me that people are supposed to put in jail for doing what? Just demonstrating against something that would destroy you, and you sit on social media because of tribe and politics, because Oya Kwasia 1,000 Ghana binti. You have a problem with these young people trying to save Womba Wawu Amose Preku. You people need to be killed. You need to be shot. You those people. It does not make any sense. And we have people in this country. And the okay we are sempe yesi achu de dua. And the okay we are sempe hey ye bebu oku. And the penjini ni Ghana. Se sana tie dia and the nyina ye nkwasiafo. If we cannot criticize, we cannot ask questions as young people, then you the adults and we the young ones ye nyina nkwasiafo. Penjini ni fie. So who should we call upon? Today you cannot call upon people with power who can make statements for things to change. The moment you call them, the moment you ask questions, they say what disrespect you. And then penifone ne yene nkwara ye nyina ye nkwasiafo ne egu kuro ni mu. Nyansani ba kumpo ni Ghana, because oye penyini na wotumi na asama ba na mse kebi na wo se medi watem na wo so won tiase and the woni me no, what's the difference? What's penyini no woni me no? What is the difference here? We are all foolish people because there's no elder in the room. It's Ghana, no? Who is the elder in Ghana? The young people cannot speak. They question, they criticize, they try to get the attention of people who call themselves leaders in Penifo, and those people turn against these young people to have them even killed, all because they are being criticized, all because in Penifo Ghana they don't want to take responsibility. And in that case, you know, in Penifone nkwara ye nyina ye moa e de egu Ghana kronim nyansa nim. Nobody should be given any special treatment. Nobody should be given any special treatment because I swear to God, Obia Hunsia Echa Ghana Huishia in Penifoni Nina, Mini Ochen, and I mean Yadwa. You have all seen the damage these people are doing. So, how do you people want us to react? We the young people, what should we do? Because even and the other who say, some person in Penifoni Krakasa, I'll call him aho. What access do I have to go to Ohima? So I can't sit and ask questions? What kind of country are we building? A dear corona yet in the sano. Now, Shadia. And another Danko Kufuado MPP. Much man for crash or munye jume bi omo strike. Much for Samale under Ekufuado. Samale under Bawumia MPP. Samale for us almost so strike. Adeha Ekufuado. Entumi ntia omo kaye Bawumia ene nam Ghana kekan kwase asem se ende eye fishermen or be introduce to solar. We Jimmy Kura no so mu se eposo ewiambo. Just say we are like animals. Because you have opportunity na okasa anyhow. Bawumia say I'm fishermen no okomo solar. Do you know what happens when they go up sea? Do you know what happens there? Solar na ko bohin. Ko bo kanu ne to ada so ko bo njemu. Ana mo be sa rent obi na solar this na pempem. You people and I'm just solar no solar na dey ahye enum na solar ni adwuma. You people you are insane. And people mo Jimmy. You people are just a bunch of fools. Mochreman for under NPP, Bawumia MPP. Mochreman for strike under NPP. Under Bawumia MPP. Under Yenian and MPP. Mochreman for a strike 26th of September. We and the date you're saying. And the date here, what's today's date? Today is 24th. 2 days time. Mochreman for some strike under San Kwasia for is some bechichre Ghana. Mochreman for to mean solve Mochreman for problem. Oh, catch Ghana for say Obama a fisherman solar momudiako epo. What bottom? Where are your priorities? Fisherman for more Ghana. Yes, say solar no mope. I don't know Jimmy sir. I don't know MP before. Just if you want to save your words, you can't save your words. Okay? Because they know said na po Jimmy nti. Ade chia almost say, oh, Dr. Bawumia appoint Dr. Edichum to head the newly formed B24. Unma de kromo ye. Bawumia who said Napo Jimmy, Napo every single day, Napo say the campaign. No, there's no message. Omo will say Napo every time he speaks also pacho. Now Omo pobia, Oma Jimmuno, or no santimema, can Napo can quasi sebrananka waba garnish no. So the way because Omo ye analysis will say Napo is actually taking more vote away from Bawumia 35%. You know? So right now, they don't know what to do. They say also, Jimmy, where you know. Now, when you read a story, Mama Church Bibi Munjiro said the Minister of Education and Member of Parliament for Bosomtwe, Dr. Yao Osei Edichum, has been appointed by the New Patriotic Party and its presidential candidate, Dr. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, to lead and spearhead the nationwide activities of the newly formed campaign group B24. As a security company. According to operatives and activists of the party, Dr. Edichum's unbridled enthusiasm for and commitment to the activities of the grassroots will be needed for the campaign's nationwide grassroots campaign. The B24 campaign group, which will be launched on Friday, 27 September 2024 at Kumasi Rattray Park, is formed to spearhead a strategic nationwide grassroots campaign for the ruling party ahead of the December 24 general elections. A new variant of grassroots campaign group has been duly formed to execute the strategic grassroots campaign. Bawumia campaign ne who said Napo Jimmy. Napo cannot communicate to those down there. And when they travel, they've realized that the grassroots are not willing to help them. There's no message for them to work with. The grassroots they are talking about, the people now, his message is not descending. Who said the message, enko baby Napo asay party was say campaign right now they have no option. Napo is a running mate with Jimmy. So what do we do? All the time I'm person will pick a running mate, it was between Educhum and Napo. Right now my analysis we say Napo Jimmy dodo. Maybe Educhum country ebe to me aba not at least Napo campaign on to me Educhum abe sa adwuma no. So even in the opposition, Napo has lost his position. It's to be a friend B24. Me say, even in power, Napo has already lost his position even before leaving power. Even in position, in being power, Napo has already lost. Napo has lost his running mate position and son of move free power. This should tell you that these are a bunch of fools. They have no plan. They picked Napo all because Obisa Napo ya Santini. Na yese Napo ya Santini a unnim se wa Santifo nyansafo. Ogofa Santini kwasia sa na obeyawu. Ye wa Santifo nyansafo a they don't foolishly speak like Napo. Omo adwene ye adwuma yetete omo. Ya nye omo te se Napo. Asantini a wonim nyansa ondidi kwa menkroma atem. If we say sa Santini nim se enya nkroma ankane nananom enya hospital enya ekromu antra eye kwa menkroma nti na asante wo ho. It's a fact. You got Kwame Nkrumah independence, Wanje ama Ghana baby and baby. If anybody is recognized, say Ghana near because everyone is Ghanaian before their tribe. Enti enya Kwame Nkrumah anko bi any Ghana, your friend Ghana ni. Say on hini wo krom Ghana na otu kwan or the Ghana passport neko onfa the tribal passport the tu kwan. It means Ghana is superior. That alone should tell you that nobody is bigger than Ghana. Nobody, no individual, no group of people. Because that group of people, if they think they are powerful, they should travel with their own passport and say, where is your passport? You don't have it. Because you need to be ruled. You need to be governed. And also obedi wenim. And nintina, more Ghana, munjin tumisa Ghana yenyinano, mutu kwa muntumi entunko, or some kwa embassy kwa visa. Nobody in Ghana travels from Ghana without a visa. It does not matter who you are. It does not matter. You will take a visa. Enti Napo with Jimmy. You catch the MPP for. Say, uko ya Santini ya Santini nyanseni. Men ya Santini kwasia. If it's a Santini kwasia, so ojane na ya ne pepa ye ding. Napo ejane nine egu Ghana. And the obie nim say MPP. This political party. Omu hu Kwame Nkrumah so we Jimmy for. Ghana ni ben enkosa lai enkoto Abama party a omu Kwame Nkrumah. Unless that Ghanaian is a fool. You get it? Enti baby Napo ejija ne nan yesino educhum ontumi ntafre manensa. Napo ejija ne nan rough. Napo wanene sakraman. Educhum ontumi ntafre ni nyina. Cause Napo ja ne nan ba ko it will take you like 3 months to clean it. It is our B24 It is for them they are indirectly telling you said Napo did not bring anything to the campaign. This is the situation now. Napo, what do we do? This is the situation now. Napo, into DNA yenye. I was say an intelligent person in quote to see say obet me redirect a message now. B24 Jumane said yen omo be campaign. Na flag bearer and then running mate your campaign. Ada in campaign and koswana. Aka 70 days me akotwaba. What is so inspiring about Educhum? What is so inspiring about him? Edia intelligence the Juchum wa Bawumia ni. Edia intelligence the Juchum wa aya Naponi. Oma assessing Naponi Educhum. Oma will say Educhum ni nyansa kakra che Napo Jimmy. And even as a running bait, they don't respect. Now you are getting the picture. Don't let anybody fool you. It's clear cut. Educhum has nothing to bring on board. Educhum, school feeding, SHS. Educhum is as corrupt as an apuna. Educhum has nothing. There's nothing exciting about him. He's just going to go and lie about free SHS. Ghana for one nyansenim. Now I just want to ask the MPP, say, it is a man santini. I want to me you be manning M1 party nana. 24-hour economy. Most work of a B24 about Jimmy. Iti party is one. Se bi obi nka asa asantefo no chenchina wo no osom no di party ni mo enye sa na echechire party ye won kranfo wan people bo mu nim nyansa ye wo edien eye bonofo ye wo brekumfo ye wo doma ye wo ekuapemfo ye wo asemfo enti ye nya santini a ye ntumi party ntumi nkoso ana adena you people your level of intelligence ewo from sir. You every single day, you people keep breaking your party down. It is a yankwa santimemu, anko yobia. Party na mochichiri no. Ye nya tribe ni bia so mani leadi bibiana. Should it always be Obi Ofra Sante? And I don't have any problem with Obi Ofra Sante. Name na santini nim nyansa na de ade na. Ye ntumi nya obi a obetumi aye. Then no na ye didi e chire ira be kofa jimi we be running meter. Oh problem e koso. Since Napobe joined Bawumia mu goya enkoye and Napo so Jimmy. So how do we form a political party from this? These two clowns. And they see B24. B24. Now look at this. Assembly Finance Minister Bekebi Amenjindi. And they are sorry, you say Ghana. Company na your friend Trafigura no. And saying you can't want some say ya diomuka judgment debt mo attorney general confirm on nam Ghana go fredami e wi bia ne say on the case on win case bia otogusu Ghana na o wi ankofo cases go fredami nim nyansa bia e di law ono he shops for judges go fredami your attorney general he shops for judges osha we dey akwara no mama nembra osha we dey yakwara no mama nembra. That's all that he does. There's nothing. At any time, Biana, for basically be free in the territory, no. So I'm born Wangasanis home stadium. I'm making sure a referee and referee a cabin. Now, you see, Sanko for from a year Trafigura for now, Omoji UK. Yeah, Mbazino. Sikania Diomo, a Kania Diomo, $134 million. Hey, they say, why you may? Now, say, let me tell you, why you must have more MPP for me more. In Kofu Chanyuma Wyoming 54 million. Hey, cities. A big cedar 52 million cities. Now you're dying. You see where you sika John Mahama. In dying. You can't was on a move. We momo Jimmy. My catch remo. We momo Jimmy. Omu Chanyum enough for Wyoming. Hey, Wyoming. Hey, Wyoming. Canada Japan near Jimmy can kwasi some only evidence bia. Wyoming asam na kosi saying. Now Wyoming sika no manje. $52 million a cities pay. 52 million cities. Yet Tikroma Emma 52 billion. 52 billion. Ayra yanka wasa moya moa most ankwasi afowi. Or say dimu nyina go kejini shimo mo Jimmy. 2020 before elections, Kanoforiata Eco Bank of Ghana kwatam 52 billion Ghana cedis. Ebe sinde ye hu sika no. Yasa koknya judgment debt of $134 million. Now, in Conforto say, okay, $134 million, Muntia, Yakwa Kwaje, Bodan Baku, UK. Omo cho letter Abrea Bekache says, see, at the end, Obo South Africa, the embassy or Omokoje. Every finance minister, no, I see, oh, government raises 43 million out of the 134 million. Abansi Omo 43 million. One would you be 134 million, also with 43 million. Ain't it what solve a problem? No, we Momo Jimmy. me say and the traffic guru for say omo ba beje musika yentua de aka na omo kwa South Africa ye embassy na South Africa omo kwaje omo de kwa business omo de kwa bie saloon omo de kwa ye de omo ankasa pe every aye finance minister no so release statement. Now in fact let me read that statement. I think let me read that statement. I think I saw the statement somewhere. Besides, I saw the statement from the finance minister. I have it here. Let me read it. This is what the statement says. Utie statement go to go for Jimmy. 134 million. We should 43 million. Now 43 million na utie no krampo no. Udi juma. 134 million. A whole country. You see a 43 million. Mami read a finance ministry for statement na hwe. Maka kire mo say muntunti ankofo we o. Omo di musika nyina. Mono ani Otumfuo amonte. Where's the this is the statement from the finance ministry. I'm reading show. Come on, please. Besides, I need it needs to come in. I have it, Messiah. I don't know, it just messing with me. But some read the statement in the free finance ministry about in Thank you. I have it here. This is the statement from the finance ministry. Muntie brofo no. Omedi musika nyina he. Omedi brofo be da mo asem wajimi. Mumubi. Ministry of Finance press release for immediate release. Government of Ghana on course. Government of Ghana on course to pay Trafigura. Say Ghana buying yenam kwanso a yepese yetua. Brofo na da hono. It is in the pipeline. Sa caption we almost said they are on course. It means say the paying of the 134 million now. Also yetua na nkofo nja ye embassies mienu ni man no. Say it is in the pipeline. Catch them say ni sika obo betua. Beja ka we ato ama John Mahama wo. Free power no akotena radio so ho kan. Yenti ase John Mahama de ka oye kromfo ho fin dipemu saadi sa no. Kan. Akotena radio so no be John Mahama tem abra 134 no. Ntumi ntua. Entie statement no. Accra, Tuesday 24th September 2024. It has come to our attention that a letter received today, 24th September 2024, about our engagement with Trafigura is circulating in the media, creating the impression of the government inaction on a yet to be executed settlement agreement. As may have been noticed, the said letter referenced ongoing engagement on pathway towards settling the claims. Say let be abetom from him and for the church say let be a Trafigura for no extra bre Ghana buying. Now letter no muchroba no nina say omankasa no siketua na kana omode no omonam kwanso a omutua mumiendwum. 2. The Ministry of Finance wishes to state that we have made the necessary arrangements to pay off the outstanding claims agreed with Trafigura after several rounds of negotiations. We are therefore surprised at the circulation of this letter on social media. Almost say, person catch Ghana for you say, Sanko for ya na catch them say, solve problem. Almost say catch them say. Sa eye asemu abetowe no kre. Na de say omuni eye Trafigura for no kra trase. Amama discuss meetings bebre say 134 no mu betua. De omo kan kire sika no, omo nye ready so betua. 134 no, it is in the pipeline na omo tutu nyoma say omo betua free ho. Point 3. The government of Ghana remains committed to honoring its obligations under the settlement agreement with Trafigura with a view to bring this matter to closure. End. Now, when you read the statement from the finance ministry, the statement did not specifically say that they have paid some of the money. The statement did not tell us Ghanaians say the money that we are owing Trafigura, no, we have paid 80%, 20%, 10%. All that the minister said was that yes, they are surprised that the letter is out. We don't care. All that we want to know is 134 million through a attorney general now our bono. You incur judgment debt. No. How are you going to pay the money? Ade chiano pa ewia ketekete ya na omre jandama beto abontene say I finance minister say, and this is what they are saying. Finance Minister says government raises. You see, government a copy. You can say government raises as well before. Just a government a quote in more room. So we don't come on a pool. You see, raises. You understand how that money was raised. My main kind of government raises 43 million to partially settle its $134 million judgment debt to the international energy firm Trafigura as the company moves to seize Ghanaian assets in South Africa. Remember, we have just excess power. Trafigura for contract on the Ghana war, and incur judgment debt of $134 million. And come by community Trafigura for the Tenase, and we had discussion and it is avoidable. This debt is avoidable. But Attorney General, we were Jiminti. Na Ekufuado mo omoye family and friends business done a family war with a company we ended up incurring $134 million. Now and the asabetene say finance ministry say titi omo room akonya $43 million bi e de bia koteka so muni kuro. Under these twerps, you don't have a country. These people are running the country like daycare. Like almost running crowd to say daycare. Oh, Trafigura for yeah, the Omaka 134 million. I Omaji dying a UK dino, almost almost South African tea, 43 million. I just say, I see a Jimmy. I just say it's a war. Now you take a crack near the problem itself. Let me tell you, do you know, say the IMF conditionalities are need and conform with say do you know, say we have not fulfilled it? Eh? The things they keep telling us about, say first quarter, second quarter, we have made surplus there. I don't know. The real issues we need to tackle to make sure, say we our books are clean for our finances to get better. We have not tackled it all. They all say raise revenue, editor hoka, MSK, IMF, The reality is that we have not actually even dealt with the IMF conditionalities. We have not. We are not paying our debts externally, some internally, we are not. The conditions IMF gave us to raise some certain of revenue, to be offsetting some number, we have not been able to do it. It's the problem, we have not tackled it all. We have not tackled the problems. Nanka Sano. These people every day keep talking nonsense, and our surplus and our the conditions now say yet to me a meeting. We have not. When there's a change in government, if the NDC comes to power, they will have to sit with the IMF and let them understand that these people, upon all the nonsense, because you see, this IMF now avoidable. If this government and your president in Jimmy and the vice president being a con man, they should have gone to IMF a long time. So that time now it compounded my problems in the year. It's near the 1,000, a 5,000. So we are not supposed to blame anybody. We are supposed to blame the stupid finance minister and our catch up say, God is on our side. We will not go to IMF. We need to blame this foolish vice president who said e-levy is the way forward. It is going to cushion. It is going to bring more revenue. It is going to create more jobs. These are people who have brought us to this point. Instead of them to be open to you, kind of crunch Ghana for now you problem. Now Kwasiafo to radio so catch say John Mahama a propaganda. He is desperate to be president. Kwasiafo and the one a bit check away. That is the problem. It is their delayance. Because of pride, because of propaganda, because of the things they said about John Mahama's administration, they could not go to IMF. They had to lie, and it kept compounding. Now, afe nyoma west. So it got to a point they could not do anything. All that they had to say is, "We have to go to IMF." At the time when we detected problem, John Mahama and NDC Bekayem said these people are supposed to go quickly, because the more you wait, because of propaganda and trying to win the people's vote, doing politics with it, we are going to get to a point where we are going to struggle. John Mahama may crossroads. Ekache Ghana for say we are going to get haircuts. Old pensioners are going to lose their money. Private businessmen are going to lose their money. We as Ghanaians, majority of us are going to lose our money. Yet na Ghana did John Mahama and this attempt. I remember Otumfuo did a thorough breakdown of what is about to happen. And this forecast say we are going to lose our monies. na yɛ da ho tia man kwasiafo we catch Ghana for say, oh, e-levy will bring 11 million jobs. Oh, e-levy will do this. We are not going to IMF. We are children of God. We are kwasiafo of the kwasiafo adiechi or IMF. So we are struggling to meet the conditions. The problem these people they have, and they say they have exhausted all the avenues you did raise their revenue. Because you see, they made a lot of noise about revenue generation. When they were in opposition, now Bawumia to radio so every day. Oh, Mahama, they cannot create the revenue. Mahama is taxing this. Mahama is taxing this. You see, what they failed to do when they came to power. You see, when they came to power, they started realizing, say, governance is not about one policy. Governance is not what you see from outside. Now, when you become a government, the biggest problem is paying salaries. The biggest problem is the same time servicing your debts. The same time making sure you raise revenue. Nipa na oje tax no hono onye juma unkreti juma mano. Better when you seek through taxes to pay your debt, domestic and international. So you get to that point, you are stuck. That is why they started introducing different kinds of taxes. Now they introduced all these taxes thinking that they will be able to get some revenues piece forcefully, making us no matter what pay those taxes. Now what happened was that omoji taxes, their level of expenditure and consumption was becoming bigger. Time almost started say omoji taxes and kitchen every case every year they were supposed to close their ass. Now how do they do that? They were supposed to cut down on the number of government appointees, the number of expenses. That was the same time Akufo-Addo was flying private jet, $11,000 an hour or whatever euros an hour. That was the same time they were spending money. They were having parties. That was the same time they were spending money lavishly. That was the same time these people were blowing cash. Into omoji taxes ebape ne pie firi omoto. And then John Mahama catch from NDC catch from said, if you want to save the situation, at the end of the day, make sure your lifestyle, what's the sour lifestyle kakra? How do you change your lifestyle? You have to make sure if you are expending so much money on these things, cut down your expenditure. So when you cut down your expenditure, whatever small money that comes in, it can do something for you. These people, their expenditure and their appetite became bigger. In terms of tax now, they pay for tax now, and who are the ones struggling? We the taxpayers. And Intina Bawumia Kachira said next month credit scoring is coming. And sometimes it's not to say more mobile tina bruchino. You mudu do ni Jimmy ana. Credit scoring. Yes, Bawumia say credit scoring aba Ghana next month. More motia bruchi. Majority of you are money paper. Do you have credit scoring? You don't. More moti US. More moti ti krom ha. Mo papers enye juma. Do you file your taxes? No. Mo amuti krom ha more papers amunye juma. Do you file taxes? You struggle a lot. Mo amuti krom ha. How do you file your taxes? A simple thing. Credit scoring. Ni nyina say you have been able to at least at the end of the day make sure say one day eka sa eka no at the end of the day no your share will stand na untumi the FNC awawa enti so credit nya ade betu ama credit say overspending ade betu ama credit say and say uni income consistent income because end okay so car they will not ask you how much money is on your card. They will not ask you how much millions a good bag. They will ask you say Jumana wo yes no come and show us your pay slip. So how does pay slip in the bar? Omekaro said they are going to use that to assess say you pay your taxes and your credits no are you somebody you are in a position to pay for this car because car now auto in the America no anybody can walk into a dealership and say I want a car. But what the dealership is looking out for and say what is the probability say the car no consistently you can pay it off. Car the opposite but he also doesn't want to give you the car unie juma inti because I end up catching say uwe jumande inti opposite auto car the day I will lose juma you lose the car because it's all about what you make. Now, if you don't have a job, you cannot walk to a dealership and say, I want to buy a car. Even so, was that person will still have to do a check. Oh, your bootleg, a criminal job being away. But the people we call taxpayers, Americans, who at the end of the day, their life, is based on their credits, You cannot just walk. So, you pay slip. Are you working? Are you being paid? How much are you being paid? So taxes are the amount of money that you spend on the government, and a share or credit score. It shows the amount of money who contribute. If at the end of the day you're not paying your taxes, at the end of the day you have bad credit. At the end of the day, it means you don't have the financial capability or know-how or the financial width and strength to pay off any debt. And it say obi credit score yet. It means say eka ebuso only consistent money coming in to offset those debts. It is okay to Ghana and he say, I want to introduce credit score. We are Ghana ni or Ghana card. So what? At the end of the day, dear the credit score near papa. Only juma, only consistent income. What is the guarantee that Okoro Koji TV, that TV, he's going to pay? What's the security? It is all about making sure that people have work to do. Bawumia Jimmy. Majority of the people don't work. You are introducing credit score. Dear na original so because you bet Ghana nekas obia your credit score. The question is, how are you going to grade it? Ebi ejuma bank, ebi nye ejuma kra. Enti de oye ejuma bank ne kwa. You be man no amanaji TV no. Na de onye ejuma ne. And how many people are employed in Ghana? The civil the government opening for public servants is not more than 800,000 people. We don't have more than 800,000 people are buying afo mejuma. So it means that majority of the people do not or are not employed. Majority of the people are not employed. So you hear things like, oh, so our ID address, so our Momo account, it's enough to get credit score. What kind of stupid analogy is that? Oh, IP address, now our Momo account, you can get credit score. What is credit score? It is the ability to be able to pay your debt and the ability to be paid or be able to prove that you have consistent income. That will prove your credit score. Your consistent income and your ability to pay off, say, a kaba. Now the person is not employed. What ability is he going to get to pay off a debt? Actually, Nipano we Jimmy. Actually, some politician or kasha o nim nyansa. Actually, who say we Jimmy. Anytime people say mo amotia broche say, na mo frefia, dey na mo ka kire mu nuanom. Mo nkan chom say Bawumia kadro. You should be able to tell them that. You should be able to tell them that. Oba America, omo credit unions, credit union and for credit score more. How do you introduce credit score to a population that is not employed? Every country you go on this planet, ID. Every country has an ID. When you go to India, they have an ID. When you go to Japan, they have an ID. When you come to America, we have an ID. When you go to Egypt, so what is so unique about you as a country having an ID? What's so unique about it? And in the first place, we had an ID before Ghana card. So what's so exceptional? So you just having an ID qualifies you to have credit. What's the basis for this? You just say anything because you just say 1992 nana and kwasiafobia betina radio so no more defend it. How do you understand credit score? How do you understand that? Momo, you have Momo accounts. It means your credit, you can have credit score. What does it mean? Credit score built by itself. There's nothing like everybody qualifies. It built by itself. It built, and it's all about how you manage yourself. So it is not everybody's entitled to credit score, but the issue is everybody getting consistent income to be able to maintain a credit score? That's the question. I just want to America, could be to Rolls Royce in tree. Yenya America, you'll be able to 2024 new Range Rover tree, but it is your score. It is your score. It is how you can at the end of the day manage that. Nipa ni yejuma. Tell the young people how you are going to create job for them. Or say, mini anoma omo kopono, udi sola be tare omo kanu ho, inti ento abama, wabodam. And then your priority. Now, Oji say unim technology chain Japan. Oko fishing chain Americans. Oko fishing chain Scandinavian countries, no. They have not even attached solar to their boats. Na Ghana ni ono use canoe no. Ono na udi solar ko tara wajimi. Ope solar chain Chinese for. Ope solar chain Japan for. Oko chain Americans amoko fishing. They have not been able to create any technology that can overpower outboard motors. Do you know what powers a boat? Sa motor na use sa diesel na a power canoe. Do you know that the amount of energy it uses to power that? What kind of solar energy to power a boat? Mumo jimi ana. Intinanka omenya me ofa no na omokopo no omutie nkwa yasemu ya na sa solar no be bohin. Now there's something happening I need to talk about. All right. Now see this. Under Bawumia and Otumfuo. Almost say Ghana's cocoa export value decline. Cocoa no so ayeka. Nanse me te say kwasi cheddar. Me wo hu video bi. Na Chinese the Chinese, they come and they have come to inject our cocoa, and then we have to create something and force them to sell the Jimmy. Where they also do answer. Or say Chinese oma be inject your cocoa into cocoa in say into say what we have to do is we also have to be creative. We need to create something and sell to them. Who co creative be to Chinese? That is why all our cocoa is gone. Until right now, as me Cheddar, no, I want us to what we have to do. Would the way Jimmy cry? Yeah, the Abene say your cocoa no. It's our Chinese one about cocoa in panye. In cocoa into me. In the Chinese one, they have come and they have taken our cocoa and they have repackaged it and they've sold it to us. So we also have to create something. Be anya papa bi. Nyan Tom so or chamber because I didn't want to be president. Now, when you read the story, this is what it says. In a concerning trend, the export value of cocoa beans. In a concerning trend, the export value of cocoa beans from Ghana dropped significantly from 5.1 billion Ghana cedis in the first quarter of 2024 to just 1.1 billion in the second quarter of 2024. This marks a 4 billion reduction, reflecting a 26.9% decline. It is also the fifth consecutive quarter of decreasing export value. Now, this slowdown raises questions about the future of Ghana's cocoa and its impact on the economy. Let's hope for a turnaround. Now, you see cocoa beans now, now cocoa beans value no at yaba form. Now remember, see a case of cocoa beans oton 1.5 billion na nsia be 3 months ago. Now after be 4 months or 3 months okoton we nya 1.5 billion, unya 1.1 billion now. Ubusa say what is the problem? The problem is that there are two things here. One, it's either say cocoa production now or produce Ghana no at the end of the day so our production we need enough cocoa. And two, it means the quality of your seeds do not pass international standards. And today the bema cocoa no one, the amount I want to know our form, and two, the quality, the beans a better point to be yen todo. It means assassina cocoa in you na say Ghana cocoa and the omuton adaka tena emubeye enson pe eneto about 3 na kanina asay. And this is all the effects of galamsey. This is all the effect of galamsey. And every day the reason why Ghana cocoa no value na ko for say there are two things we're talking about here. Say cocoa no mudiano say yet no Ghana ha not yet the quabruchia. Majority of cocoa in Riabano a year seed no cocoa a year my friend saying cocoa seeds no. The quabruchia na cocoa no say ye quality na Ghana cocoa tiano a conform. And the amount of cocoa I was saying to the intimate if it's assassinating in our say. And we kept saying this. We've been saying, say, until we all start to blame this government. Until we all start to blame this government. Hey, when we sit here and we speak about Sa Abanwe, Jimmy, and the way they take people for granted. And you say time more. The reason why we do that is to say, I am more Ghana for no, if your impact, no, the more who is here, no, because we are not too abreast of the issues, no, the more who is here, no, the rippling effect, no, I am dangerous than anything else. You are him for baby Ghana, you are teacher baby Ghana, you are doctors, omumpo enti the air corners, they don't understand the seriousness of what's happening. Eh? Galamsey no maya munsuo no. Fish be a wonsuo no bi abewu. Enti omom depend on air rivers what Ghana nyina no, you need to understand. Omo nyina no, omo depend omo eyi nam e de ekoton didi, omo de insuo no egu omofuo so. Ni nyina all these people be affected. Communities are omo nom air rivers nyina say no. Sa communities when nyina no they will need water. Clean drinking water. It is not just what you see, it is the end game, no, the rippling effect, how it's going to affect Ghanaians. On say there's a report out there, and they won't quarrel, no Mensa, Dr. Sekasa. The issue is the problem ne wanna see. So the problem nasia and kebe blame a leader. We will not generalize this issue. Okay? 2018, and every day I keep talking about this because yepe obia our first hand information about Sibia Yehu se Ghana. We have to be careful about galamsey. 2018, myself, my wife, we did a story on galamsey in Ghana. 2018. Let me show you. When you go on Nadio, and I always talk about this because very important. When you go on Nadio, now we put in illegal mining boom threatens cocoa farmers. This is 2018 story. Your 2024. 2018, and myself, my wife, and Katerina Clarici, we did this story for Nadio for publishing story way. Now when you look down there, you see my wife's name, you see my name, you see photography and all that. Let me tell you, sad story way. It was personal to me in 2018, and I decided to do this story. I put a lot of resource all the way in 2018, and at that time, the kind of destruction na galamsey we are here in 2018. That was a year right after Otumfuo bought power. 2018, I was in Ghana. A year before. And how dangerous galamsey essay Ghana and so. In fact, it was just me and my wife. We did this story. March 6, 2018. There are videos to this story. You can watch the videos. There are interviews. Yeah? Anywhere you see this picture, myself and my wife, we own this picture. It's our picture. My wife will take a picture. My wife is a professional photographer. Baby, our picture it was taken by my wife. And these are some of the places we visited. 2018. Baby, our picture it belongs to us. We own the right to this picture. We were the ones who published this picture first in this world. And then I see archive stories, Obiaya story, they use this picture. This is my wife's picture. It was part of the project. My wife will take this picture. And this, I think, was in Obuasi. Massa, when Otumfuo started almost say Ghana, right when they came to power, and the things you are seeing, the beard, Kankanakoduno, galamsey distraction, you have no idea. And so be any Ghana fish womb. Hey, let me show you. This is Praso. We went to Praso. This is Praso. This picture was taken by my wife. This is 2018 Praso. This is what these people were doing. Praso. Where 2018 picture, where Nagio story I'm publishing, and I'm showing you this is all the way 2018. It's when we started talking about galamsey, when I started reporting on galamsey to the international media. It was these people, how they started. The concept no more. When you go on Nagio, now you put in that story, you will see the video footage. I took drone footages. It was crazy. And maybe I'm doing that. We should have held this leadership accountable. We should have held this leadership accountable. This is Praso Bridge. 2018, say na 2018, say na Pratie. This is the Pra River, and this is not like I can show you. I can't do this now because we are on. I can show you destruction upon destruction. How these people, when they came to power, almost say Ghana. How they use mercury. How I can show you videos. It is sometimes, when we sit here and we talk about the effect of galamsey and why are this NPP government, they need to be kicked out. It's not like a personal. I have seen it firsthand. There are millions of Ghanaians out there who the destruction. I have gone to the last underground. How do they call it? Whatever Anglo Ashanti. They took me, to their last pits. About over 200 feet or whatever, 2,000 feet. They took us down there. And when you see mine in Anglo Ashanti here, and how, Jack, you have no idea what is going on. You have no idea. When you go watch that story, all the pictures are there. And when they tell you, Sibia, this thing is dangerous. A mining company like Anglo Ashanti, they are very cautious about how they mine. They are so cautious. And when they take you down, you get in a car, you get in a forerunner, it drives miles upon miles underground, miles. And when you see the safety, even with Anglo Ashanti, so when you see the destruction these people have done, such a man to me we more dioma ye. Na say catch na mo say your town. If you don't like MPP, the galamsey mamika se intro. Let me show you something. Let me tell you people something today. You see this story. Sorry, there's not a story I'm looking for. One story way. United Arab Emirates surpasses Switzerland as Ghana's main gold destination. And Ghana, you gold in Yunano. First, that's Switzerland for part to gold where. Because we are doing a lot of illegal exporting of gold, and the Ghana gold do Dubai and Echo. Ask yourself why. Bawumia gold for oil. This government, Alester Matthias. Al Jazeera, a documentary, a investigative job. Abekachira must say. Nana Dankwe Kufuado, and the main man doing galamsey in Ghana. On the Bawumia, we sat in Ghana, we just smiled and walked. No. And you go in Yunano, a Dubai Neko. Because the standard, the checks now, Americans, Europeans, before they take gold from you, Dubai, they don't look at it. It's over to me your blood money. Over to me, I all the illegality by Chairman to me a body put to SAS. The UAE for they don't care. They are not going to question you. The processor, sir, or the coma abadani refined, But over UK, over the US, over the European countries, they'll be asking you gold way from day one or started say to. Has it been clean to this point? It's right now, because majority of the gold business we are doing in Ghana from these guys now, so they have directed all the gold to Dubai. Because the gold in free Ghana no, need blood money. And your legitimate money. About 90% of gold in free Ghana need blood money. They don't go through right process. Child labor, they are killing, they are taking it from lands they are not supposed to take for, they are not doing documentation, they are spoiling water, they are destroying the vegetation. They know they are not going through the right procedure. So majority of the gold in Switzerland, they buy the gold, they do the gold and take it to Dubai. Because how Dubai did not turn, he's not going to ask you those questions. Sure. Bebusa Abujinapo question be Samuel Abujinapo. Me ba be story be very soon. But I have a question to ask Samuel Abujinapo. You see, in Ghana, the ama ye gold no demand no was no me be kire wonyumbre. You see some Abu Jinapo. Say or signing license at the small scale miners or $10,000. I mean, calculation. I mean, show dynamics. No. So, or signing a license, Emma large scale mining firm, or $30,000. Now, a small scale, maybe a small scale miner, what discover say as we gold also. That small scale miner does not have money, or be a small scale mining. Now, so by ministry, now I go through the Minerals Commission, now I secure all the documentations. Now, documentation is in second way. Now the last person to sign that license for him to go to the field and mine. No? That person who is the minister is taking $10,000. So small scale miner no $10,000 Now this is what is happening. Into small scale miners, you know, I go through the process at Minerals Commission. The person who is supposed to sign the license, no, sorry. Abu Jinapo, Samuel Abu Jinapo, who is the minister. Now, this is what happens. Some people who could do Samuel Abu Jinapo also on sign. So, small scale miner are money $10,000. Now, the small scale miner does not have $10,000. So, what the small scale miner will do is say, he will take that documentation, every Minerals Commission, no. The final signature, no, Mbaya, legitimate license, no, or take it, sir, documents from Minerals Commission, no, they are quite so. Or quite so. No, I come with Chrome war hen no. No, I catch a Chrome war hen and say, wouldn't be more uncratawe, a yensiano. Ma, what I'm going to do is say, I'm going to put you on a pay a day row into every Tuesday, Biano, breaking day. Yabema bottle 5, near more 5,000 Ghana. Now, what has happened? And they say, the process and also film may check it, send a walkway mine, no, why then, or bypass it. So now, small scale miner no okwa because yes the rules and regulations no on this so because one we didn't kind ayeden abo ohinena no senka Abu Jinapo sign this document without demanding money. The government can monitor the activity of the small scale miner. But because someone Abu Jinapo is demanding, no, majority of the people on the small scale miner, no, when the paper gets there, they don't have $10,000. They will skip someone Abu Jinapo. They will go and then connive with the chiefs. In Tomuko Krasna, na omoni ahemfono akodin komo. Omni ahemfono din komo na omoni omaka how much they're going to give them. In Tomuko so be kuta license and legitimate and go through the process. And it be na Yeko who said Chema would be able and asenkriguano. Into a small scale miner. Now or mine or he will crow but I also adding on him and stop because we catch him and say $10,000 and bra. The minister is saying $10,000 but me but man to be a bit more 10,000 Ghana on him budget. Because Obano Okutakra be a free Minerals Commission. So that is how you are seeing a lot of illegal mining. Yes, small scale miners, no, a lot are doing illegal mining because the person who is supposed to sign, no, Samuel Abu Jinapo, he's taking $10,000 for small scale miner. Now, when it comes to the large scale mining, or just $30,000, it's when somebody registers as a large scale miner, now only $30,000, and you bypass you. So go to Samuel Abu Jinapo's office. There are about 1,500 licenses. It's on signing it, all because he wants them to pay him that money. And those people, as we speak, are legitimately mining, illegally mining because they have taken the Minerals Commission documents to go mine. In Tobacco Samuel Abu Jinapo office, no, there are thousands of licenses are unsigned, and yet because he can't sign, because he's demanding money, and those people have not paid. Into why then and on the field. Into be a as be also a small scale man. I have documents because at least obet my a document from Minerals Commission. But that document that is supposed to make him mine legally, only be. And then a lot of illegal mining happening. Into now him for no to stop here now. He don't to stop it because I remember Abu Jinapo $10,000. Now me $1,000 the ma on here or him me free range, So you see spots and spots of illegal miners, but we saw some small scale miners. It is because the minister in charge, he has caused this artificial traffic because he wants to make his money, and these people are all leaving bypassing to go on the field to work. Now, This is what Samuel Abujinapo me person busano. Samuel Abujinapo me ba be on the estates, ne dine investment. You will see the amount of money this Samuel Abujinapo is making in Ghana through illegal mining. Me say, sa galamsey ne koso no, Samuel Abujinapo, that is where it starts. When you see Samuel Abujinapo, me ba be on the estates, ne dine the estates. The investment this guy or Ghana. Mami busa the question be. Samuel Abujinapo, this is what is happening. This is what is going on in Ghana. And I'll come and do a thorough work on this for you. Me mama glimpse kakra. Me be say busa Samuel Abujinapo say export license. How many Ghanaian companies and what export license for Ghana? Now do you know why all our gold ends up in Dubai? Me be chow. Export license, no. So the number of companies are Samuel Abujinapo signing export license more in Ghana. 100% no, unyemu 10% are omu free Ghana. 90% of companies are more export license to export gold from Ghana, India for. Yeah. Samuel Abujinapo and this government, they have a deal with Indians. They have a deal with Ayede omu free Dubai, no. So what they have done, and they say, they have given export license to foreign companies, majority being Indians. Now, what is happening is that Indians, you know, and at the end of the day, you know, to gold, you know, the Chinese for no, it's one majority of the gold, you know, it ends up outside this country because there are a few people, a few Ghanaians in Ghana, or more export license. Now, the Indians, you know, they are able to go down there, infiltrate the system, buy the gold until there's more demand for gold, and it's who say galamsey no across because the Indians and those Dubai forum Ghana no, they don't care about how you are destroying your country. Right now, you don't see them on the field. You don't see them physically. Say Chinese for they get India for. They have basically turned the business around. They are buying. They are buying because they have the license. They are buying from the small scale miners because they have the license. Now, I'm turning in area, then they ship it out because they have the license. Samuel Abujinapo deal. Majority of our gold, it does not stay in Ghana. It leaves the shore of Ghana. And there's so much demand for gold. There's so much demand for gold because there's so much money for gold. So much money to buy gold. And so they are encouraged by the demand. If there's no demand for gold, you don't get people going out there trying to destroy forest. It is Samuel Abujinapo or no and activity way. And in this short period, you will see a lot of illegality or illegal mining happening in Ghana. Technically, and you're not cause a problem way, and he's making billions out of that. So where a city, and I'm going a story, and I'm also going to capture a year wasa, baby omoye galamsey, and they call this their story a year. I think it's a project or a segment. I don't know. But this is the devastation of Mukavaye. This is Ghana. We Eya Wasa. Now, when you look at it critically, so I'll show pictures here. It should worry you as a Ghanaian. It should worry you. You should be very worried about this. Why are you not worried? This is galamsey at home. This is galamsey at home. And they have brought it home. Share forest, almost saying in and this should worry every single Ghanaian. I will say how you need to be worried. Why are you not worried? This is Wasa. See the devastation where your NPP full party executives and the memo story back. I'll give you one signal. I'll give you one breaking news. You are him for Obia oye juma habia beka che say or license. Obia oye juma habia beka say your man permission. Obia oye juma bia habia nim nipa oni aban mu. MPs ni DC, your DC okrom ha wo. Busan say we hu sa ade we. Oye bi. Your MP okrom ha wasa busan say we hu sa ade we. Oye bi. Busa ohun say it is uncle for we nyina no omu hu ade we ya na omu nyina hu. They are all involved. Now, see, these are serious stuff. These are serious. Where you know galamsey? A highway demo. Oh my God! See, for when you share. You are a handful. Etifie. They live with these things, and they also be some question. Na ye Boadu. Ubusam say adentina ekose na ahemfo ni Boadu. Omo se men kan omanim memusa questions. Omo nana nko a na betuma kan omanim. Ene eti krodem ne kro ne say. This is crazy stuff. This is not a joke. You don't hand over power again to a party that has done this. You don't make that mistake. You do not you do not even think of handing over power to a country that does this to you. You don't do that. And can you say MPP cry a campaign? Any senka Ghana for credit MPP. Or sanke you show my options we should go home. Nan can you say Ghana for crumple MPP? This is the devastation. This is just one place. This is NPP handwork. No. See the destruction. Kumasi Accra Highway. You will see it there. Go and see. Kumasi Accra Highway. Go and see. The highway ni damfinfin and a galawa left and right. Police for nemu. President nemu. Ahemfo akese nemu. Kumasi Accra Highway. Oko busa question pay say yen na nkwa na betumi tu yefo. Oko busa question say adenti na yeti asase no to a ye say yen ye bo asase no ho ban. Ye busa me question mo say yen na nkwa na nim nyansa obetumi tu yefo. Ejisa mo di nsan hunu kwa mo na nkwa na betumi di etum funti. Ni atenem na asa ekuro na say. This is the reality. I don't know why a pastor so for be betting and saw about me as a sabedi so what's that so for the way Jimmy we kwasia. I don't understand why I was say ohene etumi tena okase Bawumia my idea pa montoa so what's that ohene na konwa ne bekum we manbofo unimu nyansa nipa na odi omoto no you don't care about them because awo infantimemu a onana bi ebia no so te wasa yede na call say onko de onko kira de. It is not about where you live. It is about the country as a collective thing. Into your hine now to Ghana now Bawumia and in Kwasiafo we abana oda ho so so then you are encouraging this foolishness. Unimu nyansa. We are suffer what they want sa e Bawumia and MPP a conform ye galamsey we so say nyame nye den embo mo a now was house of so nyame cool to twene we Jimmy. Unimu nyansa enti at this point no e dey biem pa na ebetuma ka kire ho say ye man konfo we free aban mu. This is the reality. This is not a joke. This is crazy. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. We are not angry enough. Sa forest here edaho ahun say. O man kofo we power acha 3 months o metwa nua ni nyina togu. Sa forest we that way yenkodu bronya no ma o metwa dua ni nyina togu. Endru December no metwa dua ni nyina togu. Chairman wuntumi Kate Jemfua, Kojo Ponkroma, Samia Wuku, MCs, DC. This is what they do. In terms of my explaining process natural, and it's a lot of galamsey or Ghana no. Samara bujina po or the stop sign is war. When to $10,000 to $30,000 are on sign. So almost no, they are not doing it. You just bypass him and they will come and negotiate with the chiefs. No matter start it again. These things are ocean. In soning in I want to more and me. These are serious stuff. Mona monum a crony galamsey amenanie. Shenkwara bubetomewu. A crony galamsey amenanie. Shenkwara bubewu. Look at the picture very well. Look at the picture very, very well. A crony, a dainie, galamsey amenanie. Why? Yeah, moi. Why should we even? And you know the funny thing, Bawumia MP before we go crow so or he never ever friend to my bet now some my idea. I'm telling you. Me say, she baby a galamsey nsuo da, she baby a highway da, she baby a dance. See the damage. Unim say. Baby a yetu amena ni nyina na ye nnua o na eye nnua ani nsuo obotwa ni nyina togu This is not a joke. And this ain't gonna be an idea. Juma Krampo allow Bawumia any MPP for to come. And this ain't going to be allow. But they were him for me say, Sir Ekrowi, was Sir Krowi, my Bawumia and then Ekufuor the MPP for Koho, or he never bought the top powder. My men for many mumbrano nipo kaye. One side way, Opa Mochna, my Bawumia and MPP for and so mungukamu, no mumbra, or he never bought tent. Or the powder Saturday night be born to no friend to my bet now say nyame shiramo my idea na nkwasi asem free SHS enkorale ko tonsuo ma bokwasi free SHS na mfa so be na benya wo so wa born to Saturday powder ohene no me se Bawumia ko pie ha ohene ne be born to Saturday powder bo after the toso no we yina moto the Saturday powder we tutun tuma betena kondwom ye de senior sini so adan a Bawumia ba ye be bo makuye we ne yete ho Ghana. Now let me show you where the problem is. Let me tell you something. Your national security boss or galamsey. I don't know who said it. Mungo Busano. Or concession. Kanda power concession. Mo nyoma ye nimu Ghana na ye kabi kire mu ahu. Me say. Thank you, Kwansma. Me say, my national security boss, me say, Oya Gala. Munim the ekos wo. Yesi ati committee, interministerial committee ana ewo ho. Omo ana asa begu so. President say we bet new committee. Me say, omo committee ni so no 90% omo nyaya gala. They have concessions. Omo nyaya galamsey. Your national security boss or galamsey. Kandapa, yes, or concession. Mo be say mo shege reasons ana. Shadi, see where the problem is. You see this story? These are the kind of stories that it should worry every Ghanaian. Because you see, when we make these kind of statements, right? You say, investors will pull out if we don't fix galamsey. Chamber of Mines CEO warns. Now, the Ghana Chamber of Mines CEO, Sulemana Kune, says the solution to the galamsey menace are within reach, but require strong political will and sustained effort. Speaking on PM Express Business Edition, he outlined a path toward seeing the end of illegal mining in Ghana, focusing on collaboration and effective policy enforcement. Bro, for kind of kwasiasem. Mameka bincho. Sir, these people, Chamber of Mines, what we are failing to do is to hold leaders accountable. These words, COA, AUZ, we have heard it and heard it. There's only one person or two people in this country. It is the President of the Republic and his Vice President. These kind of statements where we try to make it look like it is a collective thing, fine, it is collective. But someone has to take the decision. See at kamu na se car no ya toto car nim na ehye wom na yenim se car na ehye wom yen nyina be complain se ehye wo car nim ebi mu ntumi home ye obi o asma wo car nim ye onkonfo mu se car nim ehye. Only one person can take a decision. For all you know, car na team no everything is controlled by one person. Obi na be mia bibi so na mirrors na bie. So the noise we will make in the car and trying to blame the mate. Say mate, Adentina, me see mate no boss no. I was say mate no catch the boss. They say boss. Me na me passengers ni tie chire ha. The ekos wa ha ne say dey esu ni kunipa enti boss be AC no eno no. Especially mate or person passengers ni gini di say onu mate na odi no we sua adwuma na che onimnyansa ne boss ni wa obetumi den ahye na name no sa mate ne passengers no go ekiro no mate ne beka che the boss ekire ha de ehye no too much yesraw mia machine so ana control eye den eye windows no ba mate na oti hit ni no one driver ni team na driver ni tie ni mo drive no mate na jimi de ne boss ye na ope. Its mate has refused to talk about it. And a mate ne be a glass kitchen or niti room. And oh, sex. And no more gumune bre. Mate no a crack a window no. And or didn't tear room kituebi. And oh, sex. If you say, oh, young from a kakra. Sam Fremani and the galamsey sika, the gold for oil sika. Iti Bawumia wa crack a window where you need to crabby pay and all the gold for oil sika. The boss Jimmy or Jimina and Conforna and Ghana for bread. And fun because at the end of the day, no, yatika ni mua mate no on the passengers the TH3. So he knows better. He knows how the passengers feel. On him the air so, but mates near Cronfont where you near to Abonton will be a window to him room and all men go for oil sika, galamsey sika, and on an enough for Chema wun to memo, Eddie galamsey and a year bre. Only one person can take that decision. The person who is the driver. So I go for plane now. One person and a omuwe ni mo nipa two take a decision no ebia when you spare pilot bi aka ho majority of the time 2 pilots are on the plane. They make that decision when we are landing, what time we are landing, and when we take off. Into the air hostess na keka we chire on there forget o nipa baako ene mienu pe e de betumi take a decision e magalamsey ejai. The president, the vice president, they have the power to stop galamsey today. But you see, when you ask Bawumia or person obedi the boss adia, say how will you stop galamsey or say Ghana card or kwasia? Bawumia no busa say dear na obeye edia stop it eye galamsey na or say or the Ghana card be stop it galamsey. It should tell you the political will is not there because they are the same people doing the galamsey. Eye omo na omo ye galamsey no. So let's not fool ourselves. Niansan tam to me mas Otumfuo we. Now to me now the man on fanya den. Because you did 2 year 8 years no, you could not caution him or tell him say you were not satisfied. In sure was said in you went to man country through your ballot. Because the only way we can tell these people say is to do what? Is to vote against them. It's why are we still making these statements that the investors will pull out and the menace and we collectively? This is not a collective decision. It's a decision somebody has to make for all of us to come together collectively to fight. So commander then take a decision now. That collective statement you people are making, it is making the president feel, the vice president feel say they don't have to be held accountable. These are the same people are. Omote Ghana air catcher will say free SHS for credit more. These are the same twerps. Omu rakon bia Ekufuado and the free SHS buy. These are the same monkeys who want to take credit for free SHS, but they don't want to take credit for galamsey. Moya moi, ye Jimmy. You are taking credit for free SHS. Now under your tenure, your leadership, galamsey ase krono, and it is a collective responsibility. Nkwasiafo. You can't say free SHS, collective responsibility. We should review. Mo de monkwasi akotena stage. Eko jina baby kika nkwasi asem. Na ende galamsey issue aba. Na ye busa nipa na oje samba no free SHS mu. Say galamsey no je samba. Omo say ene de ontumi nje samba. Mu ye ndan. Na wo yo hene. Na Bawumia ba ukrum. Na wo to waka chom say moya ade pa. And am the free SHS buy. Na say when tuma say mbie wano anka nche Bawumia say. Mo na mo de galamsey buy na mo nje responsibility. O yo hene kwasi ampanyi. Yeah. Now sao hini uni mnyansa. So what tweet na eka se Bawumia ne Ekufuado ma ya ade pa mo de free SHS buy na se wanka sentiments when bie wano anka say galamsey na mo betina so ma say ne de mo na mo de galamsey ase gana na wo yo hene ne wo ye sofo no wo ye jimifo wo ohene ne wakonwa ne nkum uni mnyansa na se weni da ho na wodi nkwasi asam then I was a free SHS there. Oh my idea, young for credit mom, your boom, some mom. I didn't think I'm saying the somebody I say, Kruno. This is the reality. Now, Shadi, last time I catch them, gigim treasury bill for scan co. Treasury bill for Sikano Echo. Here I didn't go. The upward trend in treasury bill yields is expected to continue despite inflation easing for the 5th consecutive month. The strong demand amid tighter markets, liquidity is also making it difficult for yields to come down. Upward trend in T-bills yields to continue. Government to borrow 7.44 billion this week. That story, we didn't carry actually. I feel no use caro. This week, Omoba be use 7.44 billion cedis. I buy be use as caro. But treasury bill sika 90 days, any 124 days or 130 days for musika and a buy no edge or tam utminya foko. Omodi nka catch am so treasury bills no de eye mfaso ne basoro pa na mom inflation kura wo no still I ntumi stop ma eye sibia ekoye owi ara betare ase abai ba beji 7.44 billion omotam teacher for police for fire service for nurse for doctors omaye djuma omatoto treasury bills abai ne tam 7.4 billion also borrow. Do you know? Have they told you the government is taking your 7.44 billion? No. Have you been called to any meeting? Has there been any consultation? Have you agreed to this? But they said they are borrowing without your consent. They are taking 7.44 billion this week. Obi Buza said for what? Yeah. For what in Obi Buza? For girls. Obi said for what? For girls. Say it yani yeso so nkwasiafo we so. 7.44 billion omokoche. And they had 134 million dollars. You say oh yenya 43 million pe. Almost just 7.44 billion. You wouldn't know what they would do with the money. You can't amudidi atem. You can't nkwasiafo bi dwen say a tribe. You can't a Jimmy phobia and Fasobia any moment say a personal. It is not. They don't mean to Ghana and want to because everybody in Ghana travels with Ghana passport. As far as want to build a wild passport, want to say one kasa will you have to submit yourself to the constitution. Nobody in Ghana is above the Ghana constitution. No idiots. We are all beneath the constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Nobody travels out of Ghana without an ID from Ghana or a passport from Ghana. Ghana card and to me enter Togo. Nobody's receiving it. It is the passport of Ghana. A Ghana passport and will be added to coin. So nobody in Ghana is above Ghana. Nobody is bigger than the president. Nobody is bigger than the rule that governs Ghana. Obiaya kwa eshe constitution. Everybody is a slave. We are all slaves to the constitution. And nobody in Ghana can say they are powerful than Ghana. Nobody. If you are powerful, travel your own passport. But as far as you are traveling with Ghana passport, you are a slave to the constitution. And we need to admit and accept it. Nobody. Maybe in your dreams, maybe your surroundings make you feel that way. But constitutionally, everybody is a slave to the constitution. Because me who obi away free Ghana ha. I will see me to quite free Ghana without a passport. Nobody. You are a Ghanaian. And the constitution makes you a Ghanaian. Nothing can make you a Ghanaian. A constitution that jitum so a Ghanaian now Ghanaian. Unless only constitution in two. A constitution of the Republic of Ghana and the church so we are Ghanaian now Ghanaian. Enti a chair person can chase a constitution, you don't regard the constitution. There also a bear man on being an Casasam or Ghana. There also a bear man, Schwadan and Antima on your say, or then the dinner who change Ghana, you know, say, I don't respect the constitution of Ghana. It's me to buy the paper. Ombien makes this statement. Nobody, no animal in Ghana can say that statement. That I do not respect the constitution of Ghana. No twerp can do that. Because the constitution stands supreme. It does not matter the respect you garner. It does not matter whatever you have achieved. Nobody can step out and say the constitution of Ghana, I don't respect it in my capacity. Oh boy. At the end of the day, Obiankasa Esheka Nasi. Everybody is a slave. So I'm making this clear. I don't care about how you feel. How you feel is your problem. How you feel is your problem. You are creating that for yourself, not me. I don't care how you feel. But I will let you know the truth. We are all under the Constitution. Nobody is powerful than the Constitution. Everybody is a slave under the Constitution. In your head, you can say you are powerful than the Constitution. That's fine. But you cannot come out boldly and tell the world that you disregard or disrespect the Constitution. You don't recognize the Constitution of Ghana, and you will be powerful for more than 10 minutes. You can't. Nobody. No twerp. Me say. So why also what to me or Ghana no? But national television because say me, I disrespect the Constitution of the Republic. I don't respect it. And that I shit on it. It is nothing. I am powerful than the Constitution. What's it does not matter the position you are in. In 10 minutes, you will be under the pit. In 10 minutes. 10 minutes, you'll be under the soil. You cannot survive. And tell me, Mwasi, a hantine dawson, Casachie, and Wuna, and Momian Brenasi. They engineers a Ghana for. So my made too far, Obisuma made to for. Sanatia, Yan free film, Obiama made to for. Into Momian can Humbo Ghana. Nobody is above Ghana's constitution. I respect the constitution than any individual in Ghana. It does not matter who you are. I respect that constitution. It does not matter how you are being seen. I respect that constitution than you. So you also bring yourself down and respect that constitution, because that is our holy grail. Without the constitution, nobody is human. Only Jah. Now, Shadie, Dumso Astati. Let's get serious here. Dumso Astati. Now, the Abesini say, I buy at the IPP sneka. Independent power producers are Omoma in Yumukaniano. I bind the Omoka billions. And for some reason, Abronye and you ready some with chair care daho. Napo and when say kishiri. Napo, when say kishiri. When say tingalingaling. A car napo bogu energy ministry. Only Canada Japan sika ria ewo energy ministry. Napo di Canada Japan. Sika sa impacted me way, Jimmy for me way area. Ewo energy ministry. You have no idea. Now IPP is now babontene. Dum so jinem munyina munim. And there Ogo Kumasi. I think I have a picture of it, right? Ogo Kumasi enyumbre na dum so jinem. Ehhehye ye ho, yesef am ho. Me e condition bibia si so. And Ogo Kumasi a eyija extension anloga ofori krom ni nyina dum so jinem. Ona na ogodo obra na ni godo ye nyina dem. Now, we can't guarantee reliable power supply. We are on brink of walking away from PPA restructuring process. The Chamber of Independent Power Generators, Ghana, IPGGs, has expressed concern regarding the delays in obtaining governmental approvals for the PPA restructuring documents. According to the Chamber, its members are on the brink of walking from the PPA restructuring process and reverting to its existing PPAs. Bro, for me can you say eye omo nyinum nkania because aban nyinum nkania na ye de magana fo no ye wo ankura private companies are almost so Emma ye bika ho. Sa almost our private companies no. Aban say omo ba any omo be negotiations for fraud. Omo restructure the way payments are being done and all that. And it is looking like not just an excuse, not a bino episode or the delay payment of a car or the PIPPs no. So right now no, almost what Tanasie will say, the government is just lying. A bino dada omo. And every day no, they are putting their monies, they are buying the fuel to give to the government to at the end of the power our generators. Almost some more generators, no, they are investing and putting money inside, thinking this government is going to meet them halfway. They are beginning to realize, say, Abina is playing games with them. Into almost say they cannot promise reliable electricity. So what is going to happen is load shedding, no, doom son is cyber start because these IPPs, some will pull it out. That's what we need. So almost some generators now. Ghana buying, we don't need enough. We don't have enough energy to supply the country with power. Ne yantia na nkwasiafo e ka kire ye say your excess power. Now your excess power, why are we still doing business with IPPs? Such statement in alone should tell you say Bawumia ene na pomomo ya nkwasiafo. If we have excess power, why do we need IPPs? It means because our power no and for capacity no IPPs we no independent power producers they are helping us. They are basically adding some energy to our their limited energy. Now most mobile and mobile too much power, then you don't even need the services of IPPs. But as we speak, they are owing these IPPs billions of dollars. Close to $10 billion. These people are owing these people. And as we sit here, when they can solve this issue. And intina omo kwako kacham say mo treasury bill sikano 7.44 billion omo koje. So aban we no ajana wano omo ji we ha no de besha ha. Na to kura beda no ma ji we no de ha no de besha na to kura beda no mo tu ha de no de besha. Into omo bo chess. They are playing chess with you people. And these people, these NPP guys, they are foolish. They don't know how to negotiate. They don't know how to be proactive. They don't know how to govern. They just came to make money. And they are so confident they'll win elections again because they will come and throw it at you. Say Jimmy Obibaka say me aka nipa de me nkotuma NDC saying enti sa nipa ko ni bi no omadani ndwan ebi mo twan amu konko ebi twan gele ebi twan t-shirt ebi twan sebio Jimmy Nyum keke no maka say we mu de beto abomo enti the politicians NPP for no omo really Ghana for hu Ekufuado we di 87 years so we nyini chan mu nyina we nyini chan Ghana Nana Adodan Ekufuado we di okodi 90 years ameka bi jiro Nana Ekufuado okodi 90 years meaning we nyini chan mu nyina 99% of Ghanaians we nyini chan mu enti onim de obeye mu Ekufuado 99% of Ghana for we nyini chan mu we di 987 aka we di 90 enti ono time o see so a obo krono no mu wi board drugs ewie nkofo nyoma na enwu mu bebre enti ono our blueprint no wa ye krono ache osafomafo 1932 ne wu no ya wo Ekufuado 1944 osafomafo 1933 we mu no omo ya bosumo they don't care omo singina tutu de omo tumi wi akokọ fo check omo tumi wi akokọ abasa omo nya nipa Yes, signing the bond of 1844. Be enami ansa na ewu Ekufuado. Yeda hot ya say akwa we nim nyansa. The bond of 1844. Yes, signed the bond of 1844. Endi bosome miensa ene ewu Ekufuado. 1944. Yeda hot ya say akwa we nim nyansa. Onkwasi ade oye. Wa bodam. Ya osafumafo on na advice Ekufuado from 2017 to date. Senior advisor from 2018 osedeng. Osafumafo ya won 1933. Right that good. Ya osafumafo na no se boto ya won 1933. ya wo ya osafmafo na tata blade ya nya bi na nya starting ye tata ya wo osafmafo ladder catch Russia for ladder na nya bi e wo wiase 1932 na ya wo ya nya tata blade na nya ladder apino soap na nya bi imperial ladder na nya ye sunlight ya na nya bi key soap na bi maaye ya wo osafmafo na Ovaltine ni ho ya wo osafmafo na chichi ebi ni ho ade a friend hanky na bi ni wiase kwase a wait Jubilee House say ono na ebe plan asa me kana modesire no ohun sa bento ye de rubber ye ye wo osafmafo na ye bento ye na nanom no mo du su bento 1933 na ye bento ya bento na Milo ye Milo na koko kro ye nti koko ya wo osafmafo na yanko Fernando Po kofa koko sidi mbai wo wenyini o ya wo osafmafo na eni bibia e friend say oh today dear is cloudy they be ni ho ewia gba na ade asa ni akoda na eni in between seasons o it's that time no ya wo osafmafo ade a ye friend no ade a friend panie strange panie na enye panie me na make catch ya wo osafmafo na junction violet mbae junction violet ya de kakuru okokuru na ebi ni ho akwa we na advice ekufu ado right that way we regret ho ye jibi bruta ya wo osafmafo na Mitsubishi Lancer na ebi ni ho unim Lancer na yenye Lancer bluebird that's in bluebird na yenye bi osafmafo we nyini o beifo time e wo osafmafo na ya ahwease na yenye galawo na ya ahwease kakra bi na yenye gold one blade na yakotene na yenye gala na yenye excavator na yenye browning pump yenye na so be excavator bicycle 1932 and your wo osafmafo ekufuado 90 make say me de omo toto a eyi frame pare 1934 1934 frame pare o jira sankre re say ne tiri wunyina tutu wig de tuality so odi ntoma obobọ ntoma no de hye nufu ase na odi activator odi afa for nufu so na ogina nipem na osa frame pare robot kura no nam obobọ ntoma achichiri echi ntoma obobọ de say no da tule nufu ase odi Elizabeth Ohene embrewa o mrewa omanyini mrewa we mu mrewa o enti omuni idea bia what the phone mom wa de o maka say na we say buei omunim dia wo ka on send file o si buei omomti wo no omon send file omo attach bibia omo dia ne say what's up here kwabena na te saying and dem mra these are junkies, man. These people cannot sit in a meeting and think about you. And then the enkofo da ugina stage is sahwe nsuo di aye Messi Frema odufie na oyiyi ne ho nyoma I say Terminator 1 eye commando akodu a wetu nani ehuhurum otu wake na oyi brazia na oyi moku na oyi kwacha Messi oyiyi ne ho wie na I say commando Terminator 1 a ya body trim tuo a okoyi eyi oyi sikan odi yi Terminator niti oyi ne ohuhurum na wetu ne nti na wetu ne nsa oti say Terminator 1 odufie na otrasia we mama nyini o we mama get dead osafmafo Mr. S give me osafmafo get me hweda no ase kokohwe de hweda no na no se corner flag osafmafo ne ni brade beyibu nsema ne ho tan osafmafo ya na di kufu anim se Macmillan okoto bukaba hwe osafmafo ya na ko saloon se okonya contract hwe osafmafo ya bonsam oni nemu so on advice ekufuado ejimi na osafmafo ye kromfo na mo pese Ghana yeye me say omunyiri Michael Kwe okotena parliament hade na oye enan obegina so kura 90 oni bi enso ende okotwe Mike gina ni ma enkwase asem nko a Kwame Nkrumah wo Michael Kwe usi so Kwame Nkrumah ohu no na po Jimmy we gina stage edidi Kwame Nkrumah tema na Michael Kwe utisa krakro te wo support na po enkrani a ono odi asantefo echi se ono also odidi Kwame Nkrumah tem na Michael Kwe and now obejina so anantikura uni bi na ono so to support na ponkwasi asem Michael Kwe ye won 1931 o sede o Michael Kwe TV no ubie volume ni too much na ne tie ne ya o he TV na ubie volume ni rufo na ne tie ne ya we wu no nenam ho on to me Michael Kwe wo de beat headphone share ha obebo dam na ubie sound obebo dam that jina emre ewurade nyankopon mes just asem no me jujum chairman I say bia I say betan obi me chiro reality no. These are people you are not supposed to say 1944 Mr. P 1944 is for whom Osaf Mafo Ekufuado Michael Kwe Hakono Wusu Ajiman Firemo Pare everybody wemu and a Ghana's future kutomo wemu omu nyina tra menopause Mr. Firemo Pare owie concert ya no duru fiero oyiyi no a o 10 minute 1 otu wigi ne yense ne otu no ato atwene ni Brazil atichidi echi entuma no wabobɔ na hyere nufu ase ode Elizabeth ohene odu ansa na watwentuma afiri nufu ase atoa watwentuma afiri atoa ansa na obayebu mu bayi Brazil mame ansa na abesom abebie Brazil ansa na wasom atwen tatatata yeto we wi akɔset ya sabe yi kɔset oda ontumi pagya ne musa yewu oyebu ansa na wadane me say oye buei ansa na wadane nempa na konwa ben nempa odidi wia na omuni we mu sori no pa na tete Ghana. Oh, these people, they are going to change your life. Sika omo penom de ma omomba be ka kire mo say mo papa no mo yankwasiafo mo amobra saa na fre mo pare man be ka kire o buebuefo omo da na dwubia e kire omo house help 4 hours bia ko check so mu ya we mu omo da 4 hours bia na asara ko yeso saa no mo de omo vie omo house helps no any made for no rules after every 4 hours we come and check us into omo da 4 hours bia not made for na ko yesi ne asama signal so onwi we mu omo ye every day they can die omo to be de bia any day bia omo to be every day bia omo obituary ready omo ya tra to name keke de be hye ho omo ntumi mboa mo ntunti ankofo pam omo na some penifo amabo mu din nyina what is so bia kaseti galamsey no for omo da omo Ekufuo say ono acha 855 no ada rule the we wo fi on say every 4 hours bia ne bodyguard no Ghana nkwana ohene ya bodyguard ohene wo bodyguard sa wo bodyguard enkwasiafo da mudi obochi na sa bodyguard kofi every 4 hours no akoye say no ama signal na say Rebecca odi ni tata obeda sa box we hu onto no da baby Rebecca odi time obeda box we hu obeda box we hu ma de achi enti Rebecca no ono wo baby oda ono ha no o dwedwe no ho 4 hours biara kofi akọ check it also onyanwie we mu obituary atrato obituary edua bi ebu ana de obi abo kick the bucket ya atrato da e din keke ne de be show ne ekọ enim ne akodi jollof ya sha white twide twisoro kuni akoda ya wie aduane bi akofie ya ko hye fridge m ya di Monday Tuesday Wednesday dia kana say na ato atwene we mu mfa so e wo mu so aro no obutumi muaw now ma menya na me pon try there let me show you this. Look at this Trafigura petitions. No, I'm done with this story. Try there. Chief Justice say mona I don't know but me trust so hey Chief Justice Judge Penny or Ghana can't see me or see omo mu yedwuma okoto me yakronfo do de bosim okuro Chief Justice or Ghana and say our problem omo mu yedwuma okoto me yakronfo do krono no doso yet Ghana your Chief Justice or Shambara so nyina Ghana omo mu ni yedwuma me yakronfo see Chief Justice laments bro for no ka kire no Chief Justice laments criminal activities among judicial staff. Your Chief Justice say, "Ya de efa ho adwiri o na nkoforo do mu adwuma no krono fita ohun bi da." Hey, and I say we do the change no meduro ne wu. So kind story now. This is what the story says. Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tokonu has expressed concern over criminal activities among some judicial staff. You see Chief Justice Akasa, or see Bibi Hano. One kind of Benumedu, Adia, or say Krono Ekoso, ewo judiciary nim lawyers, judges, staff, secretary, clerk, or see krono e komuno. Hey, and them no be in the chief kuyon. Your chief justice say on the territory no akronfo ebuma. Na Jubilee House ebeka o masem. Okore was say she highlighted the forging of fake divorce documents and fraudulent letters of administration as major crimes committed by judicial services staff, leading to the depletion of deceased person's account. Hey! Ose die ehu krampo ni say, na okura tete no. Ose esi ano, omo mu yedwuma court oni omu yedwuma no. Echiro obi ehu no madane paper no. Echiro obi ehu no masesa paper no, no makoko clean paper corona account sike o. Hey! Asem we treating the small saro. Chief Justice say, "See, I don't do. Omo yen the corona omo boy nyina say, omo forge documents. Court. Enyam na meko. Mu Chief Justice no na eka. O say judicial staff for no omo forge documents. Omo didade nkrata. Etwatwantro omo wia. Na amanfo ewu no, omo tumi change documents. Na amanfo no omo wu no, omo accounts no, omo ko risk ni nyina wa rew no akọ we. Ayeka. Nah, we are Ghana in there. Now, so MPP, you got to about MPP, or boy, we Jimmy. Now, at the end, a low point in politics now. Madam Okore did not say, during the 50th anniversary celebration of the Judicial Services Staff Association in Cape Coast on Saturday, 21st of September 2024, she urged the association to uphold moral principles in their work. Furthermore, the Chief Justice decried the normalization of corruption among court staff, especially in handling land-related documents in court. Or see, just idea no assassin you know muya. Now, omo ane against omo court, omo judicial staff, and cause omo documents omo buying, omo making sure say judge be cry a kronfo omo die, and come be making sure say emrano any process no omo die so omo die omo krono die. Sanko for him baby me so much letter breme. Omo say. Judicial staff for judicial services. Besides, can you get me that document? A chepa, jencheba for time. And I will say, judicial services was a day. They addressed a letter to me, and I'm saying, and the chief judge said, before. I remember, besides, do you remember, Mr. P? Judicial services for we. They addressed the almost letter, press conference, you letter Breme. So, I'm going to say, Kevin Taylor, I'm being hard on judges. And the chief judge said, why should I respond to criminals like you? So judicial service for we. And I'm maybe almost letter letter on the bottom. I'm saying Kevin Taylor is being too hard on judges. And then because me can't cheba for one some lover boy. Judge cheba for the lover boy. Or baby or penal. And I judge cheba for say or no. Or the day Interpol me fa me say Interpol so me nkusio say dem meduru hostel and ankofo we tro letter tin Kevin Taylor yantiase and any judicial services we have to protect our judges sa mu nyina mu ye wifo mama me say we ye wifo one man me get to say that I want judicial staff for I won't be we ye wifo we wiaza what to go for one bottom what we wiaza say what fake documents one where you wifu mama me na eka aha thank you Mr. S I'm release this statement to mama kan jira mo some we wifu some movie we are criminals and I'm be release this statement that guy say me I'm talking to judges you don't like sana mo kra mo ye wifu omuni do you remember the story? Jusak blast Kevin Taylor. Your allegation against judiciary totally unacceptable, condemnable. Hey, Kevin Taylor, my bro. That time I'm white shirt. We were Froye heredity. We Jimmy Kura. We say a bit matter. Kevin Taylor, my bro. Pao. O show any pass. I said two namu obokina. Aye. Jusak for which release this statement. Omu nyina about together. And I say, mommy and press statement near Fanko attack Kevin Taylor. Hey, Jusak blast Kevin Taylor. And I'm sure your allegations against judiciary totally unacceptable, condemnable. Hey, someone now you for. I want 1B. I want 70% of the woman where I come for, where you for, and I want what come ask him. Ewurade jago. Some go for pa some do mo ye yufo. Mo ma me na eka. Ose mo ye yufo mo bi be 70 pe mo nya mo ye kronfo. Mo sesa sankofo document. Mo tonton asase. Yes, mo ye yufo. And a moment besides, do you have the story itself or we should just I can be read the story naturally. Jusak for ya and the omo ma me so mo ye yufo omo bi omo nya ye yufo omo tonton asase. Oh, Jack, Obisa Kevin, you make quite small, Abby. Don't let this camera and the light here confuse you. Me a black guy, fucking. Camera, wait, my man in this view. Obama, me kata benim kakra. Me a black, me, I'm very proud to be black. Me a black rough. Umia, Jackie. Me they say, Joe Blackie, gang. So I like to the mom, and the girls are feeling their mom lower my expectations. Oh, girls are feeling lower, na me. Sir, light here, me say light na my nice how in person Jackie. Me a black. Me a asana mekan me a black mo ko busa kwansma akwaye tum light na dam so keke. Ai enti sa na me tie bensesa ye. Ai enti me ma waginya say oh guy you a nice guy hey masa yani kako. Me na me a black Lebanese no. Because enti let me read the judicial story, Mamo. My main kind story near from Pom. Judicial service for story, my main kind bro for you see here. Conclusion, my main kind conclusion. So, Madam talk with some you for a moment Kevin Taylor say, hey, Obia de Beba, both judicial services for you sack. It continued that those comments, if not an attempt to incite hatred among the general public or to ridicule the judicial service, it is no less a blight on the administration of justice within the Republic of Ghana. Having a duty as Ghanaian to protect Mother Ghana, we wish to make it clear that the attacks on the judicial service do not only affect the individual judges he mentions, but also undermines the rule of law that Ghana as a nation is nurturing. End of quote. Judicial services for Kevin Taylor, and the things you are saying, it is going Yoni Kulendi, and then the Oti a criminal meeting or conducting meeting Yoni Kulendi. Yetiana Yoni Kulendi. Yetiana Justice Unyuiga. A campaign say go to Abamaku Fuado, Kwasianto, Unyuiga, and the Orepunkwala Awakoso Unyuiga, Justice Unyuiga. Yetia, and a Ninia Boa, Obibaka just $5 million, Wakwaje bribe. Kwasiafo mumu bi management trust statement to say these people are embarrassing the judicial service. Kevin Taylor na efo. Mo ma me say mumu bi mu ye wifo judicial service for. Mo ne mo ma me nkoko me. Obi antumi mmeko. Your chief justice, your boss says say mu some of you are criminals, you are thieves. Mu ye wifo, e wifo. I won't be we ye wifo criminals. I want judicial services for what is a rig now. What bonko for cron? Nyame bekumu nyina mo judicial services for na mo ya cron for no. Nyame bekumu mo ma me se mo ye wifo. You people know the rule of law. Mo ni say mra ho. A whole Supreme Court judge not a illegal conversation. Mo ntuma just statement ka say Kulendi yampa mo no. Unyuga everything na di pay be campaign mo ntuma ka say yampa mo no. Edi ne ebo $5 million mo ntuma ka say on clear no ho. So many things are esi wo Ghana. Ni nyina mo ehu. Mo mu bi mo ye wifo. Yapon. Oh, they are sempa na bo. Now see story meto so. Yapon. Now this one interesting story I want to talk about quick na yapon. I don't know why majority of you guys are going after this man. Makacha Ghana for say. And you see, the Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey, GCAG, Ghana for the acronyms. PKBWA. And then my wife, they be catch us. Hey, oh, who a kura acronyms won't change Ghana. Say, hey, what do you what do you what do you on some kekano? Also, one day we I say, maybe. Also there enye Ghana anka ohu ekura acronyms wo mza elam so wo there wo also media me saying Also, you see, the Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey, GCAG, has issued a formal request to the National House of Chiefs, urging them to take a definitive stance on illegal mining known as galamsey. You see, Group B actually Takoma, the National House of Chiefs said, "Omo me hu bebi omo gina nkasa eba galamsey hu sa ende mo betwen ache." GCAG for mo betwen ache papa. Say National House of Chiefs for more stands. Now when I'm doing omuka. When I'm National House of Chiefs for ka. Council of Elders mo go buso mo no mo so mtu ekufu adofo. Osribo tuo se boat again osribo se den. Me say ene mo betwen ache. Say National House of Chiefs for me kan kire mo bebi omo gina eba galamsey a. Na wo na wutu esika me yi omo. Omo elections na wo hobi. Udim send omo win omo elections on be National House of Chiefs, president and vice president. Udim send ya omo nya sa position no. Mo miama no a say omo nya dey omo be kire stance emfa montum adwum. Me say Council of Elders no mo wen sanko for Council of State to say Council of Elders sanko for mo wen. Council of State for mo wen. I so omo nyina to wurem. Omo nyina to wurem. Obi a yet business omo gi obusika di. Enkokora ne mbrewa omo nyina gi obusika di mo gimi no mo te Ghana ho because omo hu ye say ye ne we will come back again and listen to them. O say guno it's a waste of time. Council of State for wen. Yapom dia sempa na bo. Asempa na bo. 24-hour economy. Yeah, dia sempa na see. Yeah, we're a hard guy. But remember, number 8, very important. John Dramani Mahama, or that 8, ballot. So be a hard when people. My mom breaking news. Be asana mako breaking news. Gigim. Yeah, bloggers. One jeka kranko didi. We need yasa. Ingoto. Mi wi ne yasa. Every voice here no wi. Inti mi wi ne yasa. Momba mbinka. Now, breaking news. Munim say NPP for breaking news. Mumbuso omo se meboa. Cheddar Bawumia campaign team no. Omo ato shirts, eche, flags. Omo ato breaking the 8. Omo order 8 million worth of aiding breaking the 8 shirts. $8 million. Entire bucket, eche, kuraba. Omo printed Bawumia die gum breaking the 8. Our warehouse we otema omni free China na buy. The idea was that after the ballot, no omo release breaking the 8 flag and the shirt no. It is $8 million no more cost self free abroad China. Edi bedru Ghana omo de kogu warehouse. Na omo China ya ballot no. Nanka Ababia John Mahama benya so nya 2 nya 3 nanka oma start a flow the breaking the 8 shirts flags $8 million academ our tema $8 million worth of breaking the 8 in tadie eche bentua kraba chese nyomo ma branding the breaking the 8 in the warehouse is omuntimi academ enunti na ma so mo ba beti B24. Because right now, no, they cannot stand on any platform and talk about breaking the 8. Ekaba. About $8 million. No mutisi kakofan nyoma free China. Oma branding in breaking the 8. Oma branding in breaking the 8. It as we speak, you know, sa nyoma ni nyina ashe egutama. Sikani nyina ashe. They say why never bet na TV so aka breaking the 8. Why never bet share breaking the 8 shit? Because John Mahama na breaking 8, you know. Na onyankopon ya yesumni onyankopon ya time na Eve edi apple ya okata de ma Eve di apple no esa hwe ya ma Eve di apple de ma Adam di no sa onyankopon na be make sure sem kwasiafo we masiahye. This is what is going on. $8 million worth of NPP shirts there at warehouse because and then John Mahama na number 8 Bawumia to be na non breaking the 8. MPP supporters to be Biomanonka breaking the 8 because Obianim Sabane Ekotono number 8. A hona number no. Into Oko Twa bar to see an man how go straight to number 8. NDC for flag no ene omo eden chinye na wo ho saa 8 wona ho aso na Bawumia da ejesi an ballot no ma ye no foforo oje ballot na koto aba number 8 no eho ena eye Bawumia ne Mahama da into kwa to 8 wo ode oya MPP ni a okwa to number 8 ubewu Mahama enim ba eno no mema ne da eye Bawumia into koto aba gina number 8 no Mahama enim na ehwe de ehwe keke into to number 8 no edema ede Bawumia number 8 no eho ena ye ko breaking the 8 into so oji ballot paper na so Mahama enim wo 8 mema ne how omo kan omo hu say Bawumia into to 8 wo dina de bi ka say breaking the 8 no mema refi menhwe bibia wo de kan 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 udu 8 wa to e bi say easy for ne say Bawumia ye de na ko to 8 ena Mahama so da 8 into nipa mienu we nyina da 8 oto a na waka akira wo so ombekan ama Bawumia enti eno ena sesi ana also bia te ase Mahamadu Bawumia ne MPP for say sesi a breaking the 8 no nyame apeja ne nsa ama abem enti sesi a de nyina ekwa nipa order number 8 no ene ento wo Mahama picture wo de memang wore tuma esa picture no omo kan a ombe hu say Bawumia ne da 8 no a mistake no de Mahama akoto enti breaking the 8 no number 8 mu amutiem bia mesremo so got to say number 8 no ho say Mahama enim kura o de mensuro to because Bawumia number no print no mo be print no make mistake easy for aka so mo print here o make mistake because o mo di nkan hyehye enti so again na wo hwe me a o koto aba na number 8 no Mahama enim na wo ho ba go de to eno ama number 8 no o mo kan o be kan ama Bawumia